Hi everyone, my name is Grace and today I'm going to be talking you through how to use quotes in essays. This is a really key writing skill to have in Year 12 and beyond and is relevant to all English subjects that require you to write essays about texts. By the end of this video, you will know how to incorporate quotes into your essays in a way that not only supports the argument that you're trying to make, but that improves the quality of your writing and makes your essay easier to read. This is a really important skill to have. In order to do well in an English subject, you must use evidence from your book to support your essay. It's not enough to make a statement that a character is well liked or a character is popular. You need to include quotes from the text that made you have that impression about that character. What words did the author use that made you think that about that particular person? Choosing the right quotes and then using those quotes in your essays in a way that contributes to the flow and impact of your writing is a relatively small way that you can improve your essay and ultimately get a better mark on that piece of writing. So the first step is choosing the right quotes. You do not need to memorize entire sentences from your text. There is no point in memorizing huge slabs of writing when it's highly likely that there are only a few key words in that slab of writing that are actually adding to what you're saying. You need to choose short, sharp quotes that use language that you can actually talk about and that really support what you're saying. When you're choosing a quote, you need to ask yourself, does this quote support what I'm trying to say? What is the reason that I am using this quote? Does this quote prove my argument about the text? If it doesn't, why are you including it? Here is a couple of sentences that describe a house. I want you to pause the video here and read through this sentence and highlight the words that you think are contributing to the image of this house as a negative place. All right, how did you go with that? So, as you probably gathered from reading this sentence, this piece of writing describes a house in quite a negative way. On this slide, I have highlighted the words that jump out to me as contributing to this negative portrayal of this setting. So, I'll read it out now. He walked into the house and immediately felt uneasy and overcome with the urge to run back to his car. The first part of that sentence doesn't really tell you much, but as soon as the author begins using words like easy, uneasy, and describes the urge to run back to his car, these really contribute to a feeling of discomfort and not really wanting to be there. Everything seemed dark, dirty, and unloved by all except the spiders that clung to every corner of the cavernous room. Words like dark, dirty, unloved, and cavernous all contribute to this empty, large, unwanted, dirty, unpleasant place. They're all the words that I've left in black. They don't really add anything to that image. They're just joining together those words to create that picture for you as a reader. So when you're choosing your quotes, you don't need to memorize all of these words. You only need to memorize the words that you can use in your writing to create this picture for your examiner or for your teacher. Once you've chosen those quotes, you then need to learn how to embed them into your sentences. A quote should never be a sentence by itself. If you look back to this example on this page, you don't need to include everything from he walked into the house to run back to his car. You only need to pull out the words that really use language that you can talk about in your essay. So when you read the paragraph out loud, once you've written it, the quote should fit in with the words around them. And the sentences should flow as if you're really just making an argument, and the quotes shouldn't stand out as being separate or not part of what you're saying. Here's an example. So this sentence here describes the relationship of Petunia Dursley to Lily Potter, Harry Potter characters. So Petunia Dursley is estranged from her sister, Lily Potter. This is evident in how much she dislikes discussing her with Mr. Dursley. So yes, that is making an argument about the book. But what's to say that what I am saying here is true? I haven't incorporated any quotes from the Harry Potter book to prove that that is actually the case. I'm just making that statement in my own words. This next sentence is stronger because it uses a quote, but the sentence doesn't flow. So Petunia Dursley is estranged from her sister, Lily Potter. Mrs. Dursley looked shocked and angry. After all, they normally pretended she didn't have a sister. So yes, that quote does support that first sentence, but it doesn't read as though all those sentences belong together. It doesn't flow. When you're reading that, it doesn't seem like I'm making an argument. It sounds like I've made a statement and then I've just included a sentence from the book. It doesn't connect in the way that it should. This example does do that. It does connect the evidence with what I'm saying. So Petunia Dursley is estranged from her sister Lily Potter. This is evident in Petunia's shocked and angry response to her husband's mention of Lily, as the couple normally pretended that she didn't have a sister. As you could hear from when I read that out, you couldn't actually tell what was quotes and what was just my own words. And that's really how you should be including quotes into your writing. That's called embedding the quotes into a sentence. So I've just pulled out words like shocked and angry and normally pretended that she didn't have a sister. So those words like that, they really add to this idea that Petunia and Lily do not have a good relationship. And that's really what you need to think about when you are choosing the quotes from your book and then using them in your essays. So a final tip is that in order to remember your quotes, a great way to do that is to make a mind map or a table that actually collects the quotes into themes. So often when you're given an essay topic in the exam, you can think about the themes that relate to that essay topic. And then if you've structured the quotes in that way, you can instantly draw upon those quotes that you've remembered that are relevant to that particular theme. So I hope that this has cleared up for you how to use quotes in your essay, and I hope that this helps you in English and beyond, and all the best for your English studies.